Good day everyone. I am your resource speaker for this day. I'm Precious Isabel Palosalha, registered psychometrician. I graduated in University of Immaculate Conception and currently taking up my master's degree in clinical psychology. As of now, I am a guidance facilitator in one of the colleges here in our city. For our topic for this day is kalutasan at kaagapay, seeking solutions and support. I hope you can learn something for this day. Welcome. Are you excited for a fun learning session? In the next slide, we will have a puzzle activity for our warm-up before we formally start our discussion. The words you can see are the things that we might discuss later. If I click it to the next slide, your 60 seconds will start already. I hope you will work at the class and write your answers in the comment box so that the participants can see your answer. Okay, good luck, and I hope you enjoy our activity for this day. Okay, I hope you enjoy our puzzle time. The following words are the answer in our puzzle. First is accept, identify, prioritize, analyze, think, and solution. These are the possible words that we can encounter while we are discussing our topic for this day. Okay, for our introduction, even after a crisis, people may continue to worry about their health, safety, school, or work concerns, and etc. It only means that even though this pandemic will end, each of us will not be totally okay because each of us has different kinds of coping mechanism. And also, we have different time of coping from stress, anxiety, and trauma. Next is addressing these concerns facilitate recovery and rebuilding. Therefore, kailangan natin i-address ang mga pinagdaanan natin during this pandemic so that we can recover from it and we can rebuild ourselves. Next is helps when people are able to respond to their own needs and concerns. Therefore, we should be vocal kung ano yung napagdaanan natin during this pandemic so that we can address our needs and concerns. Next is having a support system also aids in recovery. Therefore, we should find our support system, our family, our friends, and other peer groups na pwede natin maasahan so that we can share our experience and the things that we learn from this pandemic. Right now, we will discuss the systematic problem solving. This will help you on handling the problems or difficult situation you are facing right now. It may be in your schoolworks or at home. So that you can come up with a proper solution to your problem that you are facing right now. First, we should identify the problems or problem. Next, find out who is in control of the problem. Third, prioritize the most important problems. Fourth, think of solutions. Next, analyze the solutions. Last is identify support system. In our next slides, we will discuss each of these one by one. First, we should identify the problems or problem. A problem can be regarded as a difference between the actual situation and the desired situation. This means that in order to identify a problem, you must know where it is meant to be, o kung saan patungo ang problema, and then have a clear understanding or where it currently is in relation to the perceived problem. Therefore, you should also identify where it begins, and so that you can organize and structure your desired planning process on identifying the problem. So these are the questions that you can use in order to identify your problems properly. So why do you think there is a problem? What might be the possible reasons or cause bakit may problema? Next is what is happening. So you must think what are the reasons bakit nagkaroon ng problema. When is it happening? Where is it happening? Fifth is who do you believe is involved? So, kung sino ang probably na mga kasama or reasons kung bakit may problema or bakit nagkaroon ng problema. Next is, why is it happening? Bakit nangyari ang problema? Okay? So, that are the questions that can help you to identify the problems properly. Next, find out who is in control of the problem. So most probably, you is the one who can control the problem. But also, you can find someone or your group of friends or your family who is trusted that can help you to address the problem or situations you are having right now. So first step is pay attention to your emotions and how they influence you. So therefore, you should also listen to yourself so that hindi ka padalos-dalos ng reaction to the problem, so that you can think properly if your emotions will not overpower you. Second is consciously decide how to respond to a conflict situation. So therefore, you should have proper composure. Dapat hindi po tayo magpapadala sa ating emotion so that you have a conscious decision to a particular situation. Third is give yourself time to prepare, listen, reflect, and inquire. So therefore, as what I said a while ago, you should have enough time to listen also to yourself so that you can prepare and reflect on the decision that you want to give to the problem, the solution you want to give to the problem. So fourth is focus on what you can change in the future. So hindi na po tayo doon mag-focus sa tapos na. Let's focus on the things na kung saan pwede pang mabago upang hindi maapektuhan ang future decisions natin. Lastly is recognize that other viewpoints are possible and likely. So as what I said a while ago, you can find trusted family, friends, or someone na pwedeng tumulong sa'yo because may alam silang hindi mo alam at meron ka ding alam na hindi nila alam. So you can share your viewpoints also so that you can solve the problem in different perspective and ways. Okay? Third, prioritize the most important problems. So, kung ano lang yung pinaka-importanteng problema, yun po ang ating unahin. So, with this prioritization matrix, this will help you on how to address the problems that you are having right now. So, the prioritization matrix is a tool for rating your tasks based on urgency. It helps you know the critical activities and those tasks that you should bypass and can be useful in project management, small businesses, or personal tasks. So we should also remember that most tasks that are urgent are not important, and most tasks that are important are not urgent. So with this prioritization matrix, you will know which problem you should address first, kung ano yung dapat nating tanggalin, or kung ano yung next problem that we should give a solution. So as you can see here, we have this crucial and do now. So with that, the problem should be addressed like really right now. Next is crucial, but you can do it later. So because it is still crucial, you should do it soon also. Here is the not crucial, but do now. So you can delegate it or to give it to a trusted person or people that can help you or have also the knowledge on solving that kind of problem. Because we must also remember that we cannot solve all the problems because if we have too much problem in our plate, hindi din siya mabibigyan ng tamang solution. So therefore, we should find someone who can be trusted and also give a proper solution to that problem. Because if a problem is not given a proper solution, it can cause also trouble someday, not now but maybe soon. So therefore, if solving a problem, it is much better if bibigyan natin siya ng tamang solution, kaya hindi dapat siya minamadali. We also have this not crucial and you can do later. So with that, you can delete it or remove because pwede na siyang nagpapadagdag sa mga problems that you have right now. So I hope you learned something in this prioritization matrix on handling your problems. Fourth, think of solutions. So first is clarify and identify the problem. So we already discussed that a while ago. Next is research the problem. So if you have problems, you can try to research it on the internet, but make sure that it is reliable and legit so that it can properly help you. Because also, there are many ways or techniques that you can search in Google, but make sure also, as what I said, reliable siya so that you can come up with a proper solution. Next is formulate creative challenges. With this can help you in a way that mahasang utak mo on handling different kinds of situations and also on giving solutions to different kinds of problems. Next is generate ideas. With that, you can write down your ideas na naisip mo on that particular problem. You can bullet it or you can use the prioritization matrix as what we discussed a while ago. Fifth is combine and evaluate the ideas. So, based sa sinulat mo or based sa ginawa mo sa prioritization matrix, you can evaluate your ideas kung saan yung mas effective to the problem that you are having. Next is draw up an action plan. So, you have solutions na, therefore, you can plan your desired process. 7 is implement it. Therefore, you should do it para matapos na and you can fix also the problem. Okay? Next, analyze the solutions. So, now that you have solutions, therefore, you must also analyze the solutions. So, understand your problem. You must understand the issue, the issue, problem, or symptoms you are experiencing before you can realistically try to figure out what to do about it. So, we discussed this already a while ago that before giving solutions to the problem, you should analyze it. Next is break the problem down into small parts. So, in each person, nakadepende na po sa atin on which way mas comfortable tayo or which way is more effective to us. Kung unahin po natin yung smaller problems to the bigger ones or the bigger problems to the smaller ones. As long as that you are comfortable on what ways you are doing, on what coping ways you are doing or giving to the problem. Next is define the problems. Define problem goals. So, in order that you can have the right solution to the problem, you should have goals. In order that naka-process yung steps na ginagawa mo. For example, by this time, I should finish this problem. By this time, dapat may solution na akong nagawa. By this time, dapat na-discover ko na on what are the main reasons kung bakit may problema. Because the goals will guide you on giving solutions to your problems. Next is decide how to measure progress towards goals. So, you should also monitor yourself kung nakastick ka ba sa ginawa mong goals, nakastick ka ba sa plan na ginawa mo, so that your problems can be addressed easily but also properly. Okay? Last is identify support system. So, we must also remember that knowing or identifying your support system is really important because they will be the backbone while you are having your problems or giving solutions to your problem. First is, you can reach out to your family and friends. But we should make sure that these people are trusted so that they cannot cause another trouble to your current problem. Next is connect with people who share your interests. This is also important because if you're having too much in your plate, you can have these people, or these people can help you to unwind before going back on giving solutions to your problem. Because if marami na po tayong iniisip, or if we are bombarded with different kinds of problem, we cannot think properly or give proper solution to the problem. Next is look for peer support groups. These are the proper people that can help you give proper solutions to your problem, or can help you address to your current problems. So these are the people that can be your support system. Okay, so we're done with our discussion. So this activity will measure, or we'll see if you learned something in our discussion. So these are the steps for our activity. First is, on a paper, draw a circle, write inside my control on the center of the paper, and write outside my control on the right side of the circle. Next is, which problem or concerns are in your control? Write it in the center of the circle. Next is, which problems or concerns are beyond your control? So write it outside the circle. Third is, take a look at the problems under your control. Prioritize them based on how they are important to you. So you should pick one which you would like to work on first. Then you should think of solutions. Next is, analyze the solutions and identify support system. So your paper should look like this. Okay? So this is called my spheres of influence. So here is the circle, and at the center is inside my control. The problems that you can control or you can handle. Next is outside my control. So the problems that you can control. And then after that, you will rank which problem you want to give a solution first. So with that, you can do that as your home activity. Okay? And I hope you enjoy this activity and learn something. So, okay, we're done. Thank you for attending, and I hope you enjoy this session and you learn something so that you can share it to your friends and family. So, okay, I am your resource speaker for this day. I'm Precious Isabel Yapalo Salha, registered psychometrician. I hope you have a nice day. Bye, guys!